So, I was browsing through my computer, and I saw I had this demo. I assume it's something I downloaded off Itch.io called Rainswept. I have no idea what this thing is, so I figured why not load it up and try it and see what this thing has to offer for us. So, Monday, 12:14 a.m., October 7th, 1996. And we are in a house. I gotta say, the art style... Oh, okay, we're starting there, aren't we? Right on. Okay. That escalated rather quickly, Frostwood. Gotta warn me about shit like that. Okay. But what I was saying was the art style. It reminds me of, like, it's almost like it was like, some of it was like cardboard paper, you know what I mean? Like, it feels like it's more of a, it's got, like, Eric Power does a lot of, like, these cardboard animations, or, like, yeah, the paper animations. That's what it reminds me of, but, like, more serious. It's interesting, though, to say the least, for, like, a demo. Curious to see where it's gonna go. Monday, 7:35 a.m. October. Oh my god, it's so loud. Okay. This is as good as it's gonna get, so... Let's, oh wait, hang on. I just got here, not going back now. Fuck that noise. I'm getting back in the car. Why would I do that? Oh, okay. I've been here a while, it looks like. You know what this guy reminds me of? He reminds me of Dale Cooper. Like, he looks a little like Dale. Terrible. What? I said terrible. Terrible business is all this. Pa, it was only a matter of time. Everyone knows that. I know, still, they were so young. Young and stupid, you mean the stories I've heard. I guess you're right. It was just a matter of time. What? It was a matter of time. It's really coming down today. We should go back home. 2 more minutes, I want to see what happens. Nothing's gonna happen. I'm just gonna catch a cold, that's all. Let's see, that's the way inside. I wonder why Chief sent me all the way to Pineview for this case. Only one way to find out. Thank you. Can I get in? Let's see. Crowds close to crime scene. Number of cops are few. Now what's he up to? I guess I'm just gonna talk to people. Ma'am, please need to back away a little. What's happened here? A murder? Johnny, get under the umbrella. Alright, so we've got a woman, two guys, a priest, and a redneck. Cranny, I want to leave. Can I go back to the shop? Could see this coming a mile away. Ma'am, please. Granny, please. Alright, Johnny, let's go. There's no point standing here now. Okay. Clearly, what I get out of this is everyone here saw this coming. The chief's inside have been waiting for you. You need to control the crowd, officer. You need to push the crowd further from the scene, officer. What? You'll have to speak up. I can't hear you over the rain. I can't hear them either. Handle the crowd. Oh, yes, I'm trying. Hey, Williams, what the hell are you doing? Trying to prop up this tape, sir. It won't stay. I'll get some sticks and drive them in. Yes, sir. Richard! Don't call for Richard. Richard's on leave. Do it yourself. Goodness. Sorry, Detective. Thing is, we're short of manpower here. We're prepared for this kind of a thing. First time in decades. And to top it off, this rain out of nowhere. Just get the crowd under control. I'm heading inside. Yes, Detective, don't worry. Richard! I mean Williams. Okay. I'm going in. Let's go in. Oh. Dude! What, clearly they just spilled red wine all next to their bodies, and then someone placed a gun down. They were just drinking, clearly. Anyway, that's the sheriff. I should talk to him first. Fucking yikes. We're gonna need some umbrellas for this. Michael? Huh? Oh. Ah! Detective, are you okay? Slick recovery. Guess I'm just a little tired after the long drive here. Detective Anderson, right? The head office called in to say that you'll be joining us here for the investigation. I'm Sheriff Harris, and this is Lieutenant Watt. We appreciate the department sending help, but I don't think we'll need it. The case is ready to be wrapped up. What do we have here? The victims here are Christopher Green, age 26, died from a bullet wound to the head. Looks self-inflicted, as you do. And Diane Miller, age 24, single bullet through the abdomen. The victims lived together, were unmarried. Any signs of an intruder? No signs to force entry. The door was locked from the inside when we arrived. Officer climbed through the open window to the door. There are no footprints out that window. So, yeah, they showed it before, except the officers. No signs of a struggle or marks on the bodies either. Time of death. That's an important key. According to the next door neighbor, a single gunshot was heard around 1500 hours, or 1500 hours, whatever it is, 1500 hours. We received the call about 20, and we're here in another 5 minutes. We found them dead upon arrival and confirmed the timing. The weapon. It's a 9mm. Oh, nope, never mind. An M1911A1 45 caliber pistol. That's insane. A 45 caliber pistol? Really? Any witnesses? Just the next door neighbor who claims to have heard a single gunshot. We can interview him shortly. Alright, end questions. Honestly speaking, Detective, we think it's pretty obvious what's taking place here. What do you mean? They had a reputation. They weren't exactly a happy couple. The whole town knows this. I mean, when they say, we should have seen this coming, they literally said we should have seen this coming. Diana was shot at point-blank range with Chris's gun, probably by Chris. He then went ahead and shot himself. The wound is clearly self-inflicted. You see, sending you here unnecessarily complicates things. Question their abilities. I'm beginning to think it was a very good idea, in fact. What? It's obviously a case of murder-suicide, Detective. So everything's figured out already. So we got it all figured out here? If that was sarcasm, I'll ignore it, but yes, more or less. Are you suggesting there was domestic violence involved? It would seem so. It was never reported, but that doesn't mean it didn't happen. So, rumors. You may call it that, but where there's smoke, there's fire. If it's a duck, if it sounds like a duck, it quacks like a duck, looks like a duck, it's definitely domestic violence. Anyway, I'm not sure that, when they were never really able to fit in this town. They were new here, moved in about 6 months ago, never got out much, didn't make any friends. We don't need to analyze the obvious, Detective. That would only be inefficient. Officer Blunt will assist you with the coursework here. Hello, Detective! Okay, Anderson and Blunt. We're looking to wrap this case up quickly and cleanly. We don't want to drag it out if it can be helped. We have an important festival coming around this week's time, so you might say this is rather bad timing. There's no need to go complicating things around here. Just get me a story that works and we can close this case quickly. Okay. Alright, so let's see what we can find. That's definitely something. What's this? Zoom in. Chris, 96. I'm guessing it's Chris built some sort of furniture around the house. So we gotta just look at things and stuff. Okay, 45 ACP rounds. It's a box of 20 rounds. There are 13 here, which means 7 are missing. 2 were used last night. This means 5 are unaccounted for. I guess we'll find them loaded in the gun. Let's look at the gun. It can hold 7 rounds. There's only 4 rounds. I was expecting... So... 2 rounds were used. 1 is missing. And there's only 4 rounds in the chamber. So there's a third one. Is there anyone else here that could have known where they kept the gun? No signs of forced entry. It could be someone they were comfortable with or trusted. No one I can think of. Okay, can I go into another room? No, oh wait, let's see. Let's look at this. Red wine. It looks like a new bottle that was opened yesterday. No one drank from this glass. It would seem that Chris was sitting by himself at the table drinking wine, waiting for someone to join him. Probably Diane? Whether he was waiting for her or someone else, we don't know yet. Glass of wine was knocked over, and this looks like wine, but there seems to be blood in here as well. We poured blood in this glass. We were planning on switching it to see if you would be able to tell the difference, but unfortunately, you were dead by the time we came in. How did blood splatter end in this direction? It doesn't make sense. Officer, I think there's been more than 2 gunshots that we're seeing here. Okay. What's in here? Okay, so there's a 20 rounds, so 7 are missing, 2 is used. There's 4 in the gun that we saw left over. If there are 2, 1 is unaccounted for. Was that used on some other day? Gunshot to the stomach. The damage and the residue would suggest the shot was taken at point blank. That rules out the possibility of being shot from the open window. She would have been in line of sight from the outside, though. There's no mistaking it. The perpetrator would have to be inside the house to cause this kind of wound. Whether that was Chris or someone else, it's hard to say at the moment. And I go into another room. Let's see. Hold on, what's this? Not very professional. I hope they know what they're doing. Going ahead to fucking bullshit on them. Hey, detective, need any help? What's the plan? I have a look around the room. Once you're done, talk to Lieutenant Watts. I'm just seeing if there's anything else. So, we looked in there. Looked at that, looked at that. Let me talk to Watts really quick, see what happens. Mr. Watts. Yes, let's do that. I'm done. Let's have a chat with Mr. Willis outside. The rain has finally let up, and are you in a robe? Is one of my... Oh, this is Mr. Willis. He lives next door here. Coffee, detective? Yes, please. And a cigarette? Damn fine coffee. Damn fine. You could ask him any questions you may have about last night. Right, Mr. Willis. Can you tell me everything that you saw or heard during last night's events? Well, see, I headed off to bed around 11 p.m., as I usually do, after a glass of whiskey. Helps me sleep, you know. Anyway, somewhere around 12:15 a.m., I'd say I was woken up by a loud bang. I ran to me bedroom... Oh, wait, is he Irish? I ran to me bedroom window. That looks straight down at their place. And what did you see? Nothing. Their kitchen lights were on, but that's about it. I'm not even going to do this accent. This isn't even fucking worth it. I went to me phone and called Lieutenant Watts here straight away. Wait, you have a direct line to Lieutenant Watts? Okay. Did you see anyone at all on the street? No, detective. Everything was exactly the same as always. How long did it take you to get to the window? About a couple seconds. Not more than 5, I'd say. I nearly fell out of my bed when I heard the shot, so you might say I was halfway there already. You said you heard 1 gunshot? The whiskey usually knocks me out pretty good, so if there had been more, I didn't hear him. Alright, so that kind of proves the point. Someone else, there might have been, hold on, let me go ahead and, boom. You said oh wait, no, I did that one already. Crap. 2, 3. There. Do you live alone? Yes, I do. Never got married. It's a long story. One meant to be talked over a couple of whiskeys, I mean. Can anyone confirm your whereabouts? No, I was just at home, you see. Am I a suspect? It's procedure, Mr. Mr. Willis, I know Mr. Willis, he's cool. Ignore and remain silent. Did they have many visitors? No, not at all, in fact. In all this time, I maybe saw Jack coming over to fix their car, and Father Smith came over a couple times when they'd newly moved in, a year back almost. Now, people rarely visited them because they mostly kept to themselves, see? They never made any friends here. But sometimes folks don't like those kinds either, so I can't really say, know what I mean? Are you giving yourself away right now, Mr. Willis? Are you giving yourself away? No, please elaborate. You won't find anyone crying over their deaths here. No one really knew them. They never got out much. Any information you'd like to share? I don't know if this is useful, but you might have heard about Chris and Diane. They looked pretty happy when they first moved in. More recently, though, I heard Diane crying a couple of times, usually late at night. See, the whiskey knocks me out early, so that's why I never heard about all this before, but a couple of times I was up a little later. One night about a month ago, I heard pretty bad things. There were some loud sounds like stuff being flung around, you see. I heard someone crying. I was thinking to myself that maybe I should call the police, but then it quietened down all of a sudden. We never received any calls for domestic violence, but People often talked about the stories of this kind. Can you remember when you heard this, Mr. Willis? Well, I was up late night, right... Fuck, this dialogue is weird. I was up late night writing an important letter. I think it must have been somewhere between 1st to 3rd last month. 1st to 3rd September, alright? That's all I know about this. Right, thanks for your help, Mr. Willis. We'll be in touch if you need anything else. And, thanks for the coffee. Cool. I think he did it. I think the whiskey's just a cover-up, and he might be the one who did it. He had a clear line of shot. But I don't know. It has? Come on, Detective, you're supposed to be good at these things, aren't you? Mr. Willis didn't see anything outside the house after the gunshots. There are no signs of anyone forcing entry. On top of that, considering how rough things were between the two of them... God. And on top of that, considering how rough things were between the two of them, you heard what Mr. Willis said, right? Jumping to conclusions, seriously? What has been barely hours since the murder? Do you think there's enough data to form a conclusion? Mr. Willis's account only forms part of the complete picture. It isn't enough. Well, what about the door, huh? How is it locked from the inside? Explain that. I checked the door. It locks itself from the inside when you pull it closed. Regardless of whether you pull it from the outside or push it from the inside, I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm just saying there's no conclusive evidence yet. Okay. Okay. Dig as deep as you'd like to have, you won't find anything new here. I was perfectly capable of handling this case myself, but of course the head department had to complicate things. In any case, Sheriff Harris will probably want to wrap up this case before the festival, so don't expect him to wait for more than a week. I mean, yeah, this is an important festival. We'll come back in the evening to search the house, letters, diaries of that sort. Officer Blunt. All right. When can we expect the autopsy result? Day after tomorrow, according to the coroner, but I'll confirm to let you know. I'm guessing there were more than 2 bullets shot last night. We should take another look around the kitchen to make sure. 3 bullets? But, We're actually glad that you're here, you know, although the sheriff and Lieutenant Watts would rather not admit it, even to themselves. This is like the first murder here in the last 100 years or so, so we have no idea. Really? You have no idea how to deal with a murder at the police station? Really? That would be dumb to be a part. It's like, I've come here to take care of the injustices in the world as a cop, but what the fuck's a murder, you know? Don't know how to deal with that. I know as an officer I'm not supposed to feel that way at all. You'll be fine, give it time. Thanks, Detective, that means a lot. What is this festival about? Oh, it's an annual thing we have every October. There's a fair on the market street. There's food, rides. We get a lot of tourists from nearby states around that time. It's a good source of revenue to make from some of our smaller businesses here. That, of course, is less important in light of recent events. Good to hear you say that. Of course, we can't go around trying to wrap up cases based on our assumptions, whatever the situation may be. I mean, these were people's lives that ended, and it's our job to figure out what really happened. So I guess what I'm saying is you can count on me during this investigation. Thanks. Tell me about Chris and Diane. Not much. Mostly what Mr. Willis said earlier. Nobody really knew them. They came in here, kept to themselves. You'd hear stories about them. Everyone thought they were some kind of weirdos. I admit I agreed with that sentiment too. I feel bad about it now. Okay. It's no reason to make assumptions about people's character, and character can't be used as evidence. So I'd really like to help figure out what the real story is, whatever it may be. And dialogue. Hoping the local police will let me do the job I've been sent to do, though. I don't mean you... Detective, I know what you mean. Honestly speaking, Sheriff Harris is an asshole. Oh, shit. Got him. He doesn't care about anything except running off home and taking it easy. Can I get a sound effect in here? Wait, no, I can't get a sound effect in here because I don't have any good sound effects other than, like... Ah! That doesn't really work for the scenario. This case probably ruined his plans to relax and enjoy the festival. I hate people like that. Lieutenant Watts, though, he's really sweet. I know he comes off as a little obnoxious, but... Oh my god. What? What? Did we hit a person? I saw her. She was right there. Why am I seeing her? Why am I thinking of her? I'm sorry for fucking up the car. Hey. How's the car looking? I don't know. I don't know. Ask Jack, he's working on it. Talk to me when you're done. Alright. How the fuck did I do that? It wasn't even like... It didn't even look scary. It was just like, oh my god. You look kind of uncomfortable. Don't you need the car to be on a ramp or something? Nah, man, you worry too much. What's the issue with the car? Oh, the headlights and the bumper are gone. Didn't even look like the bumper was even on in the first place. I'm gonna have to check to see if I have a replacement part. How long will it take you to fix it? A couple of days, 3 maybe, depending on how quick I can get the parts. Shouldn't take more than 4 days at most. Oh boy. Hey, dude, can you fetch me a big red wrench? No. Alright. You're amazing, bud. Thanks. Alright, I need that big red wrench. Let's see. Is it over here? No, that's tar. Oh god, really? I have to fucking... Oh, I can run. I didn't even realize. Okay, let's see. Big red wrench. Wait, no. Nope, nope, nope. Go back. Go back. I think I grabbed the wrong one. Did I grab the wrong one, dude? I think I did. Let's see. I think I grabbed the wrong one. Yep, yeah, it's the blue one. Okay. I knew I grabbed the wrong one. Okay. Grab that. Controls are a little wonky, so I didn't mean to grab the wrong one. Alright, that's it. Ask about tar and shovel. That's construction. Ask about convertible. 65 Mustang, I love that ride. Got it used for pretty cheap off a guy who couldn't take care of her anymore. Luckily, the car's got something that keeps it running like new now. The big red wrench? You know, that wrench is pretty awesome, but it's nothing if not someone who can make it work. Me. I spend all my free time on her, fixing her up and making sure she runs better than new. And I keep her happy by taking her on long, beautiful drives on the roads outside town. Alright, you want to fuck this car. I'm going to leave you alone. Yes. Do you have any information that can help us? I don't know about information. I just know that he did it. What do you mean? Chris, he killed her. Why do you say that? Everyone could see it coming, Diane. They said she was troubled, scared of him even. Even in this town, even someone in this town should have done something. We all knew this could happen, but no one cared enough about them to bother interfering. How do you know all this? I don't know. Rumors around town. Do you know them? Not really. People here barely did. They were not the kind to come out and make friends with their new neighbors, it looks like. They still felt like outsiders to the rest of us. What were you doing last night? What was I doing last night? Yes, that's what I asked. Oh, I drove a couple miles from here and drank a few beers while I enjoyed the view. At night? Yeah, the stars, man, you see. Was there anyone with you? Did you meet anyone? No, man, there was just the pleasure of your own there's nothing like the pleasure of your own company sometimes. I mean, I can relate, sort of. Thanks for all your help, Jack. We shall be back if we have any more questions. What do you mean, Jack? For your car, man. Come back when it's fixed. Anyway. Let's talk to her. Hey, hi. It'll take 3 to 4 days to fix the car. That's a pity. Yeah. What happened back there? How did we hit a tree? I thought I saw something. A person. That's kind of creepy. Yeah. But you're okay otherwise. I mean, I don't know you, so I don't know if this is a regular thing. Which, that would be like the first thing I would say, like, hi, I'm a detective, I'm going to be working on this case, and I see a ghost of a girl. I don't know, I've been a little dizzy all day, maybe I just need a nap. Seeing this kind of stuff kind of bums me out. I'm just saying, if there's anything wrong, you can talk to me about it, don't hesitate. Okay. Detective? Oh, it's that guy! Okay. I didn't realize that was him. I'm gonna drive to the next town for some spare parts. You want me to drop you off at the hotel? I'd like to take a walk around town first. I called the station from Jack's phone. A car is on the way. I'll drop us off at the market. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. You take care now, dude. We'll meet until we meet again. Okay. Interesting, interesting. Now I'm basically just going to go check out Pineview and see what's going on. This feels like a little Twin Peaksy. I'm not going to lie. Let's see. Come back here another day. Let's see. It's 4 o'clock. Jesus. Okay. Let's talk to you. It's Marky who runs the cafe. Hey, detective, have a seat. I'm gonna talk to all these dudes right now. You want some tea, coffee? My cafe is extremely cozy and warm. Come over here if you want a pint. Keep your unhealthy habits to yourself, Alan. Too much coffee is unhealthy, too. Jesus Christ, they're trying to throw back fucking vices. Also, you haven't noticed he's already smoking a cigarette. Ignore him, he just likes to annoy me. And yet, I let it get to me. Who is that? That's Alan, owner of the bar next door, and my brother. Twin brother? Really? Could you fucking look at both of them? That is not a twin brother. That guy looks like fucking Bronson from the movie Bronson, and this dude looks like just your average nerd. I know I got all the good stuff. Shoo, go away. Do you live alone? I'm married, have been for about 6 years now. I met my wife in my own cafe, actually. That's a cute story. We're happy for you, Mark. Really, this is not the time. Does Alan also live with you? Nobody lives close by. Was he in last night? I think so. I didn't check or meet him, though. How long have you lived in Pineview? About Chris and Diane. Did you see them often? No, barely. A handful of times, maybe. They came into the cafe a few times, but that was in the early days when they first moved in. They wouldn't say much to me, blah, 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 blah. Put it bluntly, they looked very much in love. What can you tell me about them? Anything that stands out? Well, it kind of identified with Chris in a way. Sounds like he moved here for the peace of mind that this place provides. It started a small business for himself. What business? A hotel project off the ground, from what I hear? Okay, interesting. Maybe Father Smith can tell us more about it. He's involved in the planning committee. Back to questions? How long have you lived in Pineview? I was born here. My family lived here for many years before that. We left for the city when I was about 10. My dad was looking for better work. I returned soon after I graduated, about 9 years back. I prefer the life here. Big cities aren't just for me. Now it's just me, my books, and my coffee shop. Life is simple. I love it. Did Alan also come with you at the same time? Alan joined me 5 years back. He had a bit of trouble with his old life and wanted a fresh start. Maybe he could tell you more about that. More questions. Where were you last night? Closed my place by 8 p.m., brought some supplies from the general store down the street, and then went home. I assume the storekeeper will remember that. Mrs. Brown was in last night, so she can confirm what I just said, and Alan can confirm this. He didn't come to work yesterday. He might be it. He absolutely might be it. But that's debatable. That's super debatable. Notice anything unusual lately. Anything out of the ordinary. Can't say I have. Everything's been pretty much as usual. And I think that's it. We'll talk later. Okay. So, next up on the list. Hey, friend. We gotta talk. Let's discuss. Officer Blunt, where were you last night? I was at home. I didn't feel well, so I stayed in. Is anyone that can confirm this? Apart from Mark, I don't know since I didn't leave home. No one saw me, you know. Did you know Chris and Diane? Not at all. I'm the kind of person who minds his own business. I don't go interfering with people's affairs and their lives. What do you mean? I just don't go wasting my time getting to know people if there's no need for it. To me, it looked like they preferred to mind their own business as well, so no, I didn't know them at all. Tell me about yourself. How long have you been here? Sure, you've talked to my brother. You probably know I moved here 5 years ago. My wife left me, and I wanted to get away from it all. Thought I'd come in here again after all these years and give this place another shot. Turns out I was just as bloody boring as when I was 10. But hey, it got me out of a place I'd begun to hate even more, so it's an improvement. This really is just kind of like an exploration game about like character development and whatnot. I mean, that's usually what it is with a detective game. You kind of learn about the characters and whatnot. So, we'll talk later. Cool. Do I need to worry about the old man? That's Grandpa, owner of Grandpa's Bakery. Is he your grandfather? Oh, no, he isn't. Is his name Grandpa, then? I don't really know, actually. Okay, then. Hey, Grandpa. I'm not your grandpa. I like how he just raised the umbrella like, I'm not your grandpa. And her name is Grandpa. Mr. Grandpa, I was wondering if I could ask you a few questions. And I was wondering if I could ask Mrs. Brown there out on a date. But wondering isn't doing it. Just look at her. Oh boy, it makes me feel 40 years younger, she does. Do you ever plan to grow up, Grandpa? Any more growing up and I just might die. Fuck. And I ain't planning on doing that before I ask you out. Goodness, unbelievable behavior. Such immaturity at his age. She likes me, I know she does. You're deluded. I'ma get that bread. Fuck. Anyway, you had questions, young man? I thought I did. Where were you? Oh my god, the Grandpa Strangler. Please. Where do you think I was? In the hospital? No, sleeping? That's right. What else do you expect an old man like me to do at time of night? Can anyone confirm this? No, no one can. I live alone. About Chris and Diane. When I first moved in, Chris would often come in the evening and buy some things from me. He'd come in daily, almost looked pretty cheerful too, but then a couple months after that, he stopped coming. The last few times he came, I could see that something wasn't right, maybe trouble with his missus, I don't know. He and Diane went to the church a couple times. Once or twice, they came over here after for coffee and donuts. There were quite a couple, I'd say. He was quiet and nonchalant. And she, an exciting, electrifying energy. A classic case of opposites attracted to each other. If what people say is true, I don't know how things went wrong so fast. But then, with these things, you can never say. This was all about 4 or 5 months back. After that, I hardly saw them out here again. More questions. Do you live by yourself? Yes, I do. Kids left Pineview for the big city. Too boring here, they say. It's been many years since the wife died, so I run the shop here by myself, and I live down the street pretty close by. But that's all right. I've got friends here to keep me company. Officer Blett pays me a visit every day, for instance. It's always a pleasure to meet you, Grandpa. Also, there's Mrs. Brown. She makes my everyday exciting. Please, God, give me strength. Oh, look how she flirts by praying for God to give her the strength to punch you. Notice anything unusual lately? Have you noticed anything unusual? Now that I think about it, I actually might have. Yes, Mrs. Brown's been tying her hair in a much tighter bun recently. I wonder what that means. Is she softening up? Is she trying to hide that fact? Aw, Grandpa, you do notice these things. I mean it when I say it. I'm a beautiful, passionate lover. I'm a passionate lover. Okay, hang on. I mean it when I say it, beautiful. I'm a passionate lover. Very passionate. He uses the grabby hands very often, and it's creepy. Hello, I was talking about the possible murders. Did you notice anything unusual leading up to that? Oh, no, not much. The same. I can't say I did. Okay. We'll talk later. Cool. Let's see, is there anyone else? No, just her. Okay. Hello, ma'am? Who is it? Oh, you're that detective, aren't you? Coming to ask me about the murder. Something troubles you, boy. What is it? What do you mean? I know a troubled soul when I see one, detective. But I understand you don't have the time for such questions. That is good. Neither do I. Now, what is... She looks like the log lady from freaking Twin Peaks. Her log has something to tell you. But, let's see. Where were you last night? I went to bed around 9 p.m. Johnny could probably confirm that. He was home, too. What can you tell me of Chris and Diane? Those two doomed from the start? Why'd he say that? I told you, I know a troubled soul when I see one. And those two? I've seen it so many times over the years, one can always tell. Others will tell you they were very much in love, but something wasn't right. I always felt that. And then when things started to go really wrong, everyone heard about it. Let's see, got that, talking about Johnny. You're doing well, young lady. Da-da-da. We'll talk later. Take care now, you two. Let's see if there's anything else I need to take care of over here. Oh, this is getting like night in the woodsy almost. We're going to the church. We're going to say hi to Jesus. Father Smith? Ah, hello, Detective Anderson. Detective Anderson, first time in Pineview, I assume. Why are you walking so far away from me when I'm trying to talk to you? That's good, that's good. And what do you think of it? Do you like it here? It's peaceful. It is, isn't it? You must enjoy your time here. The change of pace must feel good coming from the city, but then you must want to preserve this peace too. Yes, leave here without taking anything away from us. Is there a way of life? There is a way of life here, and I do my best to maintain that for the good of my people. The ones that are here on more than just a merry whim. I see. Get that camera zoom in. Pull that shit up, Jamie. Zoom that shit in. Anyway, Detective, you had questions. Can you tell me about the hotel project? I heard Chris was trying to start a hotel project here, and you're a part of Pineview's planning committee. Can you tell me what that was about exactly? Sure, Chris wanted to open a hotel here with about 20 rooms or so. Cool. You gonna... Oh, my controller fucked up. Hang on. Hold on. Come on, controller. Come on. There we go. These things always grow out of hand, but once the tourists started coming in, they'd see how untouched a place Pineview really is. Demand would increase, and of course Chris wouldn't want to pass up the opportunity to cash in on that. Regardless, we never got to that point, and Chris always kept messing up his papers whenever he came in for approval. He'd either misplace them or mess up some of the details. I guess the delays cost him money too. It was all going downhill fast, and well, then this happened. Okay, Chris and Diane. Not too well. They came to church a couple times after they'd moved into Pineview, but then soon stopped coming at all. They withdrew themselves from the rest of the community, and I can't say that helped them. Friends can help in difficult times, and it's obvious they were beginning to something. I didn't read that part. If they continue to come to church, I could have offered some guidance. Sometimes relationships can entangle you, but unfortunately it had to come to this. Whatever their troubles, it looks like they made each other suffer for it. And I'm sure you'll learn what most of us already know. I wish you the luck with your investigation. And where were you last night? I was here all night, finished up some work, and went to bed by 10 p.m., I'd say. Okay, we'll talk later. Sure we will. And I think that's everything. Hotel rooms, they all feel the same, don't they? Reminds me of better times. Let's see. Creepy. Let's do this. That's better. Oh, I like the moonlight thing going on. Don't really need to go right now. Should I go anyway? Use the toilet. Take a whiz. Sounds like a solid plan. Take a whiz. You're all good. That feels good. Why are you're still smoking? Are you kidding me? Pineview's a beautiful place. Painfully beautiful. Okay. So, to the bed. Should I go to sleep now? Not yet. Let's look around to see if there's anything else. Nope, there's nothing else. Okay. Now it's time for bed. Go to sleep. And we'll see if anything comes up. What the hell happened back there today? After all these days. God damn. No, Mark, there's no peace of mind here. The silence, it only lets your thoughts get louder. That is a fucking mood. Jesus Christ. Anyway. Oh, okay. You know what? I get to do dreams and shit? I like that. Am I dreaming? This is really like Night in the Woods and stuff like that. Let's see. This is a horrible dream. Nothing terrible has happened yet. Oh, there we go. Oh god, no. Oh. I don't want to see this. I don't want to remember. I need to get out. Why am I here? I need to wake up. I need to wake up! Wake up! And he's got the most horrified look on his face. Zoom in on that shit. Am I awake? I can't. Sleep paralysis. Sleep paralysis, oh fuck. Oh my god. It's a game about sleep paralysis right now? Oh no. Holy shit, Abigail, is that you? Michael, you did this. Why? How could you? It wasn't my fault. Think again, Michael, you did it. It was my fault. You're right, it was my fault. How can you live after doing something like that? You have no idea how hard it is to go on without you, then why go on? What's the point? Oh no. This is definitely some sleep paralysis bullshit. There's a shadow man in the corner, and he's got weird organs going on. For whom, Michael? You protect yourself from thoughts about me. You need to hide me from yourself so you can live. Is that worth it? Not sure. I miss you, Michael. And he gasps and gets up. Is that it? Oh, no. Okay. Tuesday, 6:55 a.m. That's a weird art style, though. Like, you got the weird waves going on. Okay. This is a long demo. This is a very long demo. So what are we looking for? Anything that tells us about Chris and Diane. Nobody in this town seems to know much about them. Maybe their room can tell us more. On it, detective. That's me. I am? You're relatively... Did you sleep well last night? Not a wink. Maybe you should see a doctor. Oh, no, it's nothing. Okay. Let's see. There's a diary here. It's empty. Bunch of travel magazines. Handwritten on the first page to Diane. Never give up on your dreams. Love, Chris. January 19th. Oh, okay. Let's see. Let's see. It's locked. The key could be somewhere. Let's check the trash. Nope. More DIY, books, a couple of chemistry novels. List of locations: 1, Madagascar, 2, Antarctica, 3, Ukraine, 4, question mark, 5, question mark, and below a list of different handwriting. It says half the world away. It's underlined twice. There's a shopping list, some phone numbers, pictures of animals, the ocean. I think they're pictures of Madagascar. Quite possible. Another list: woodworking projects to do. 1, bookcase for the living room, custom chair for Diane, bookcase for bedroom. This has been struck through. Some front lawn project. Guessing Chris was into woodworking. Yeah, he was. Oh, what's this? Talk about issues. Convey patiently. No sacrifices. Talk about what needs work. Analyzing everything. Annoying. Code. It's happening. Shut up. Give space. Which one do you think wrote this? I think Diane wrote it. Okay, so it's definitely Chris. Let's see. Got the key. The key was behind the painting? Okay. I like that. Just let me get another look. No. Don't do that. It's a brochure for a travel agency, a DIY woodworking book, and a bunch of letters. What do they say? Most of them seem to be from Diane to Chris. That's a lot of hearts. Let's see if we can find anything useful among these. So I'll be writing these to keep in touch when we can't meet. I don't how, but I'm glad you changed my mind. A look at life in a different way. We're really dumb together, but I kind of love that. This one looks different. There's a severe lack of hearts in this one. Kind of, it's from Chris to Brad. What? Or decided not to. Hey, Brad, sorry for disappearing on you last week during your party. You see, after I walked out... What did Chris... Oh, we're flashing back to Chris to Brad's little exchange at the party. Can't believe you said that. I know, everyone was staring at me. I wish I'd been there. Oh, hang on. I think Emily's calling me. That's alright, go on. I'll hang around outside. Or go around and socialize, meet new people, make new friends. This is me you're talking to, remember? All these years together and you can't read my sarcasm. Anyway, good luck, buddy. I'll see you in a bit. See you, Brad. Bye, Brad. Alright, now to get away from humans for a while. Oh, I can, oh, I'm going now. Okay. So, I want to go out, not in. So this way? Excuse me, sorry, coming through. Whoop. This looks pretty. Like, this reminds me a lot of, this reminds me a lot of Night in the Woods, like, aesthetically. Who this? Who this, bitch? Oh, hello. I didn't know there was anyone else out here. Oh, holy shit. I'll be heading back inside. Oh, I'm sorry, is it because of me? No, I just don't like people that much. I don't like people. It's not that I hate people. Just the more I get to know them, the less I can't stand them. Ugh, damn it, Brian, you've made me look like an asshole again. That's funny. Hell yes. Whew. There are a lot more people inside than outside, so I suggest staying out here. Holy shit, is she asking me to stay? It's easier to get lost in the crowd, actually, but you've got a point. Beautiful evening. I'm gonna bet this is Diane and Chris. There's the fireflies. The lamps. I love lamp. I think those lamps look pretty great. Okay, that's not a weird thing to notice. I don't get why that's beautiful at all. Damn it, abort the weird topic. Talk like normal people, Chris. What do you know here? Oh, I'm here alone. I came to meet Emily. I shared a couple of classes with her. Oh, cool. Brad's an old friend of mine, Emily's boyfriend. He's a really cool guy. What do you do? Oh, shit, I hit the wrong one. Okay, let me try that again. Read. Emily got herself a great place out here. I guess I just did it twice and it worked out. I can't wait to have a place of my own. I'd probably start smaller. Something a little less modern. But still, it's quite beautiful, right? That's beautiful too. Yeah, I guess it's alright. Just alright. I think it's fantastic. I guess so. You know what? I really don't understand your way of looking at things. Don't worry, I've heard that one a lot of times. I mean, I don't see what's so particularly special about lamps, for instance. They're just normal lamps, you know? Well, yeah, I totally get what you mean. I mean, you're normal. It's just, I'm sort of weird when it comes to these things. What things? Like, I see the beauty in everything, even the ordinary, especially the ordinary. Oh god, did that sound really pretentious? You should be an artist or something. Are you an artist? And what do you do? How, do you write? How is write about everything is how bleh. What do you do? Do you write about how everything is so beautiful? Hey, come on, now you're just making fun of me. Not making fun. What do you do? It's kind of a long story, but I guess you could say I'm a businessman. I wouldn't have guessed from the way that you talk. Yeah, well, there's a reason and a story how everything happened. Maybe another time. Oh, another time? Oh, wow, we're kind of complete opposites in that way, aren't we? What do you mean? For instance, I don't really see beauty in much. Hell, I don't even think I understand art at all. It's not really about art, it's more about appreciating life? Oh, I definitely don't do that. That's unfortunate. Now, how can I change your mind about that? What? Why do you need to change my mind? I'm fine the way I... Plus, you'd think I'd change in a day? Oh, I know. That should be pretty cool. Diane, what's the time? About 11:45 p.m.? Why? Alright, come with me. There's something really cool I want to show you. Oh, man. This is going to be like... This is how it gets... This is how they become a couple. Let's see. And it's kind of sweet. Pretty cool, right? Yeah, I guess it looks nice. I don't get what's so special, though. It's just buildings. This moment. I think there's beauty here, if you try to look for it. For instance, I like how the trees that are closer to us are dark, but the ones closer to the city are a different color. Or you can really see... You can't really see any stars close to the city skyline as the lights are so bright. But you can actually see them fill the sky if you look up. That's called light pollution. I know, but still. It's mundane, it's normal, but everything's so damn beautiful when you look at it that way. I think existence itself is reason enough to love life. Same, that's a fucking mood. What rubbish. Laugh. I'll admit it might come off as corny, but this definitely won't. What, don't you dare. It's 12 a.m., look! Ooh. What the fuck? What is even happening now? Is it just like lanterns and shit? Happy New Year. It's a New Year's party. I should have read the date before. Okay, I'll give you that one. That's fucking beautiful. That's it? Really? Okay. That's a good spot to end off on. So you will now be directed to a really tiny feedback form. Please take a minute to share your thoughts. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll just express it in this video because I think that'll work. I don't know if they were going for this. I liked the Twin Peaks vibes that it was giving off at points. Like the scarce Twin Peaks vibes going on. Sleep paralysis stuff was kind of cool. I'd like to see them play more on that. I want to see what happens, like if we're going back and forth in time between what's going on with Diane and Chris and the detective stuff. I do want to see that all come to a head. Like, I want to see how it happened, but from the perspective of Chris and Diane, rather than like them finding it out as a detective. But yeah, no, that was Rainswept. For going into this blind, I super enjoyed it. I'll find a link for you guys below so you can check it out. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Hey guys, what's going on? John here. Just wanted to say thank you for watching this video. It was awesome to make it. I also wanted to go ahead and take the time to thank the patrons for making this video possible, all of which can be seen right over here on the screen. Also, if you like this video, please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Make sure you ring the bell so you get notifications on every video that comes out. I know YouTube's a little wonky like that, but please feel free to do so. And on top of that, if you want to support any further, you can do me a solid by clicking the Patreon link below. If you want to pledge, feel free to do so. Any amount is encourageable. Regardless, I appreciate your support. Anyway, with that said, I'll talk to you guys later. This is John saying good night, goodbye, see you in the next video.